So I'll call to order this meeting of the Citizens Advisory Committee for the Waste Production District of Monroe County, third Thursday of July, the 17th, 2025, and 5:32 p.m. Vice Chair, please call.
Yes, Paul White Senior. Here. Brandon Lucas. John Arnold.
Present.
William Goins. Joseph Winia.
Here.
Matthew Austin. Present. We have one.
Excellent, thank you. Right, we'll see if I can share our. I can't. Well, our agenda was distributed by email on the 14th. Are there any objections to adopting the agenda as distributed? All right, seeing none, it's adopted. And our first order of business is approval of meeting minutes, starting with the May 15th regular CAC meeting. Actually distributed this month with the June agenda. Are there any corrections to the draft minutes? Seeing none, I do have a couple of small spelling corrections. They are both on page 3. There was a roll call vote, and then unanimously is misspelled. And then just a couple lines later, after the farmer's market headline, there's a word application is misspelled. Oh, yeah, those are all I have. And seeing no further corrections, those minutes are approved as corrected. And then that brings us to our July 10th joint Ford CAC meeting minutes. Those were distributed by email with the agenda for this meeting. Are there any corrections for those minutes?
It's got one at the top of the second page of it under virtual attendance. It's got Joey Long as the operations director to be director.
We changed it. Thank you. I was gonna say, and there was another. I think I've already changed. So in the second paragraph under the budget section, the last line, I think it said PowerPoint presented, not presentation.
Right.
And then just to point out for everybody, you might notice that in our more recent agendas and meeting minutes, board members are listed. Appointing authority in terms, that is a new state law. Have to do that for board member and the executive committee members on all agendas and minutes moving. But not the cities. No, but legal counsel advised that they did not believe the CAC met the criteria.
All right. Any other corrections? Seeing none, then those minutes are approved as corrected. That completes our approval meeting minutes. That brings us to reports, starting with the district, if you are ready, Tom.
As ready as I ever am. So we did. I think we talked a little bit about this at the joint meeting, but we do have our budget workshop with DLGF next week. Should firm up the tax revenue numbers. Yeah. I know that it's going to be different. How much, in which direction? I know the excise tax should increase on the plan, but not the property tax. Irregardless, the revenue is going to go up or down, tax revenue, at least. So that will result in corresponding changes on the expense side. I'm hoping I get to put a little bit of the money I made Lee and Joey cut out back in, but I may have to go ask them to find some more cuts. But we're not in dire straits. We're good. Our budget's okay, even if we had to cut a little bit more out. Okay, not ideal. We did discover this week that the QR code on the main sign at all of our recycling centers on the gate is inactive. And that was carried over from the previous Go Green District signs.
How does that happen?
Huh?
How does that happen? Comes in act.
Well, it kind of depends on who set it up and how they set it up, what service they used, and subscription based. We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know who developed that. But at any rate, Elisa and Kayla have a subscription, a license agreement, but software called Canva that they use to do social media posts, create other graphics and images for flyers and other outreach things that we do. And that software can create QR codes. So we have got a new QR code that links to our website, having decals made that are sized right. Right over one that's no longer active. So if anybody is trying to scan the QR code on sign on our fence, it will get that fixed here shortly. So other than that, we I think we had the fair went well. The attendance at the fair, from my perspective, seemed to be down previous years. But overall, not that Wednesday night was pretty heavy traffic night. Over the course of the week, it seemed to be down. But I think we're still pleased with the attention that we got at our booth. If anybody didn't come by or see the booths, Taylor Strand made a big, I think about a 4x8, 4x6, 4x8 poster board where we actually put up what we can now accept for recycling and what we don't accept, categorize them. These are our paper products. These are our and it got a real good reception. That was a good effort to put that together, and got positive response on that. And we're going to look at doing something a little more durable, permanent, I guess user friendly from our perspective. So that's something that put together and take apart easily and take a variety of different events where it's a good use. It's doing something that maybe that's magnetized so that set it up as a game for kids. Give it a recycle group to go, things like that. I think there's a good possibility. It's a bulk tedious background. I think we do have new mixed paper signage order that does have the mixed cards on it. No, it might be on the site already. We did get new mixed paper signs now that we can take code cards. I can pick up right now. Budget.
Right. Questions on the report? All right. That brings us to the chair report. I don't have anything to report. Reports.
I second it.
So we don't have any reports on special committees unless there's any town that developed the program. Guessing focus on budget.
Anything new going on there? Have the one host site set up, reaching out to others. Get some more neighborhood involvement in that program. Well, it's that got shown or referred to an app. I think fits nicely with our technology program that the task force is going to discuss that next week.
Big soil got it. Yeah, it's even with a big soil. Allows you to pair people, put yourself in somebody's willing to accept compost or something. Give compost. So, not the idea that it's all had to do that. They already have it down. To get Monroe County residents to sign up for it. It's free and become a site for a giver and use that data we get 500 residents to find out that this is more likely to potentially fund to actually pay for that. Basically,
The app's free for residents, people to use, but then there are some service subscription, I guess, options for cities, towns, counties to sign up for the purchase. Give you more features and more options to help promote the residents if they've done it. And getting more information on that.
We don't have any special orders or unfinished business. The only is the one other item we have is new business for the 2026 proposed district budget comments. Actually, I can ask the meeting host from TSD if it would be possible for Joseph Bonilla to be able to share screen. Because I have a draft of comments, I guess, in outline. If you are template, that's going to take start basic, but I'll be able to put on it so we can find more here. And send it. In the current absence of that, what are the general sentiments that anybody would like to include in that? Those comments or to your information in your future.
What I said, the meeting that I'm excited. A budget item for grants.
That was my main sentiment as well. The grant program. Support general.
Did anybody have any questions that weren't asked? Joint meetings.
It all seems pretty standard compared to previous years. There weren't any vehicle purchases this year as compared to like last year.
Yeah, no, we do have one.
Oh,
Yes, we had 2 new box trucks for GBD budget for this year.
oh, that's okay.
120,000 in the budget, and there is 50,000 budget next year. It's a purchase of an administration / outreach.
Direction.
A big lesser purchase. Substantial less than balance.
I don't think any lease will want to share a box truck.
Married to the family.
Are you looking for that vehicle? Are you looking at a fossil fuel vehicle or an electric vehicle?
Probably would prefer hybrid or electric. At this point, investigated the cost to install a charging station. So, and I know it's not astronomical. Electric vehicle.
Might be nice if you was to get an electric hybrid. Perhaps it might be worthy to look into a hybrid that you can also plug in and charge.
Yeah, I mean, those options are all on the table. It's just casual searching around local dealerships, auto trader website, and the requested appropriation is in line with what it take to get a new or 1-year-old vehicle of those types.
I don't, when Area 10 CNH, you've got those 5 vans that are used. I don't know if the charging stations were included when the commissioners bought those or not. But I know Ford had to upgrade the charging station because they weren't adequate.
Do you have the ability to share?
I don't.
If you email it to me, it looks like I have.
Yeah. Emails from this network.
Touch on your computer.
Flash drive.
Yes, fine, right. I actually stumbled across a hydrogen vehicle. I just don't know really where we would get the hydrogen.
Hydrogen, all you gotta do is break the water molecule apart.
There you go.
Just that simple.
That's simple. I saw a picture of an old model, I think it was a Model A Ford, where they had this big firebox where they burnt wood on the back of the vehicle, and the smoke went into a thing so that the engines could run out of gas. That's what we want.
I think I'll probably still just take the time to add that sentence after the meeting, but it would be nice to at least be able to show you the format. Existing content that I have. So we can say yes to that. I can add a line. I can send it out. Right at the level time. The file is right at the right level.
Yeah. Good to share it. Anybody?
Little small. This is just the same format that I at least used for the previous couple of years. Is there any objection to saying that we indicate our support of the proposed 2026 budget? Anybody opposed to it? To add a line following that, saying that we are.
There on the first line, to indicate double space, missing a word.
No, I left it blank because we were going to fill that in. I intended to fill that in during the meeting because that's what I was just asking. I'll put support in there to indicate our support of 2026 budget. July 10 joint board CAC meeting. Add another sentence saying to the effect of that we're also excited to see the allocation for the community grant. Anything else anybody else wants to express to the board?
It's a great job keeping the district. It's financial strength. Kudos to him, because challenge would come out of this. It's worse than.
I appreciate that, but I don't know that that's appropriate for the comment specific.
Oh. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I did because we were trying to get share screen capabilities and then followed up on mine.
Can't see it back down. Apparently.
I may be able to, I just haven't.
Anyway,
So I won't shower you with compliments anymore, Tom.
I appreciate it, but
So it is appropriate that we are in the showers building.
these are supposed to be comments specific to the proposed budget. Might be one thing if to single somebody out, if there was a specific wage increase proposed or something.
Well, maybe we could put a line in there that you should get $1 per year
Here
more.
we go. Okay, so because there is a wage increase.
I'm looking at a new tax bracket.
So there is a wage increase on the budget, right?
Huh?
There's a wage increase on the budget
Across the board.
across the board, so could I say, because of the fiscal responsibility of the executive director, this wage increase starting to happen. Even though there is an SB one that's coming through that could impact bottom lines.
Site cannot have one reference. So it's like your site cannot have SB one reference. That's the.
Okay, fine. Cut my comments.
Well, I mean, I think that it might be all right to have some generic comment referencing SB one and, you know, the potential impacts and an unknown extent. That seems to be nobody really knows the full extent or how it's going to impact them.
Is SB1 federal or state?
Says not knowing how SB one is going to impact districts. Taking its financial situation, its strong financial situation currently gives me a lot of confidence. Budget and future.
I think it's fine to make reference to SB one, the potential impacts, but maybe coming. And then, you know, and just so that you guys are all aware that the way that bill is structured, the impact's going to be more significant in 27 than 26, and 28, even more significant. You know, obviously, it's none of us, you know, me, any other district, any other state government entity, you know, nobody wants to do more with less, but it is kind of nice that they kind of staggered the implementation of it. So instead of all of a sudden, okay, you know, next year, here it is, figure it out, we have it on. And ease our way into this and figure out how to manage change.
Kind of giving it certain impacts that result from SB one, we appreciate the effort, but accommodating the uncertainty, maintaining it up.
You want to type that here? You didn't see it up there.
Anyone else?
I told you guys.
That just gives more work for Tom to do.
Because as long as
Here too.
I just read it if that works, and if anybody wants to.
That's fine.
So I've said, given the uncertain impacts that may result from SB one, appreciate the effort put in navigating the uncertainty and maintaining a balanced budget.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
and Tom is off. Oh, sorry, not allowed to do that. Executive director forever.
Still he's not.
You just said that. Might be grown, but I don't know what the second part.
this has nothing to do with budget, Tom, but, on our outline drop-off, places for recyclables and such. Is everybody off the same day, or are those staggered throughout the county?
Well, it seems good. Before we get to that, include that, is there anything else that anybody want to add to the particular site of order business or comments to the board on the budget? Cover them all. Okay, perfect, thank you. I think we probably stop and share this. All right, so that does it for our scheduled item of new business. On to your question about
Yeah, I'm just curious about when the outlines, is everybody on the same days off? Or are they staggered somewhat throughout the county?
All of the 4 satellite rural facilities are on the same schedule. Having it not be that way has been discussed, but nobody's done anything to move in that direction.
So I must be going out on Ford Road the same days, because I've never seen it open for quite a long time.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's all 4 of those sites are on that schedule. Been that way for a long time.
So it's
Talked about
just the Walnut Street one is only closed on Sundays and Mondays.
one of the hesitations, or the concerns that brought up with staggering or altering those rural site schedules. They've been that way for so long to establish that it would create confusion, well, which one's open on Tuesday?
Yeah.
So,
Because I know my wife has said, hey, take this down, and I said, I can't, it's closed. So I've got her used to that one now.
items of new business proposed in the agenda.
Yeah, I guess I could just give a quick update. Garden Quest, they had an interest session at the Unitarian Universalist Church. Went really well, had nearly 20 households, and they had another 20 or 30 that weren't even able to make it. Really good reception, had multiple people interested in the Try It Before You Buy It program, and some just went and bought buckets. And they want to be a host site for their community dig pits. So their community can bring their fermented food waste directly there and deposit in the pits. So, yeah.
is that the church on Fee Lane?
Yep.
Fee and a bypass?
Yeah.
And then without singling or identifying any specific attendee, did you get address, or did you get a sense of where are these people in relation to, others that were there that had interest, or?
Are you saying county versus city?
No, not saying, I'm thinking more along the lines of like the Neighborhood Compost Connect and, getting them connected with,
Okay,
with
so
others that might have similar interest. And
right. So from now on, I will bring the compost sheet so they can scan the QR code and potentially put their information there. And I'll also start mentioning Make Soil as well.
Yeah.
To start doing that. I did go to one person's house. She came to a training and she wanted to start immediately. So I delivered her a couple of buckets, and she was in the Hyde Park neighborhood.
I just would,
Yeah.
being able to connect people like-minded or,
Right.
want to do the same, particularly if somebody doesn't want to do it, but I'm happy to give my food waste to somebody.
Yeah, 100%. So we're really seeing that a lot of faith communities have either creation care or green committees or earth care committees. So that's what we're going to start focusing on, is getting those up. So we're looking at First United, my synagogue, and a few others. Whenever I talk to somebody, I'm asking them, where do you go to church? What do you do? Faith. And I just immediately ask, do you have an earth care or a green committee? And then say, hey, can I use your name to, when I call the pastor up or whenever I call up to, order to grease the wheels. It's really seeing some benefits of that. And then on Saturday, there's a bokashi workshop at the Bloomington Community Orchard, from 2 to 3:30. So feel free, if you'd like to come, please come. And then we're still looking for a few more volunteers for the Taste of Bloomington on August 2nd. 2.5 hour shifts. And you'll be standing by the waste areas, and instead of people pushing their waste into the trash can, they push it into the bucket. So it's making people aware that this is an option. And we're really, in the past few days, actually from this community, from you, we've had multiple other vendors come by or email saying they want to start the bokashi process. So that's going to be a really, really good way to go about it. Excited to get in front of more churches, but we have our hands full right now with a lot of things. So that'll be fun. August, September, start.
August 2nd, there is I think it's something called something like World Sprints down at Bloomington Speedway. That's something that maybe would be a venue to look at pushing this.
Absolutely. I mean, we're doing the Taste of Bloomington, so we can't do that. But yeah, we're actually looking for other festivals or options of where to debut this. And the Commission on Sustainability is ready to fund it, but we have to have agreement with whatever festival or entity it's going to be. Oh, and that's the other side. Garden Quest is working on a memorandum of understanding with the Monroe County Parks and Rec. So as soon as they have that, I can send that out so everybody can see it. That includes, like signage, MCPR with like their logo on the signage, and it talks about how Garden Quest will help dig the pits, and just sets up what the expectations on both sides are, including keeping all the buckets out of that facility. Right? It also talks about storing all the when the fermented food waste is ready or is being fermented in the buckets, storing it out of that warehouse as well. So kind of those things. That's about it.
Thank you. Seeing none, I'll wrap up our new business, bring us to public comment. See, there's nobody in the room. There, I guess if there's anybody online who would like to comment, you have 4 minutes to speak. You can indicate your desire to do so by using the raise hand function or by typing the question. You can ignore room enough B and last raised hands.
Don't want everybody to run up to the mic at once.
Seeing nobody online interested in commenting, the end of the meeting, and we will adjourn if there are no objections. Okay, so done, we are adjourned.
That's the meeting.
Thank you, everybody.